Hey guys, I want to welcome you back to the Sensu Pop channel. We are going to be taking a look at BT19, the red androids. I know, BT18 seems to be just a couple weeks ago. I have not received my anniversary box. I don't even know what are the full cards. I know I should actually take a look. I'm a content creator anyways, but you know, life happens and I don't really know. I wish that I get my anniversary box, but in Europe, it's been delayed for 2 weeks. However, we are going to be taking a look at the red androids because it seems like it's really fun. I want to talk about it, but before we go on to the rest of the video, I'm not gonna ask you to like and subscribe, even though if you want to do it, feel free to do it. It's really nice. I actually do have a question. The question is, where's my trucker head? Let's go. When it comes to Dragon Ball, I really like the androids. The design just looks good. Android 17, 16, of course 18, and 19. I actually like 19 a lot, and 13, 14, 15. They are all like really nice design. They look so different from each other. They look so interesting. I really like them, especially they have like different mechanics, right? So 17 and 18, it's with Cell, this absorption thing, and then when it comes to 13 can actually absorb 14 and 15 to become like Super 13. That's so awesome. So when it comes to this red Android 13 deck, let's take a look. What does this deck do? It has a lot of consistency. You are definitely gonna get the right pieces that you want in your hand. It's very powerful against decks with like 20k battle cards. So if your opponent has a lot of like the smaller battle cards, 25k or below, this deck, it's gonna just go over them. All right, and for a red deck, this deck is surprisingly very defensive. And when this leader does a lot of playing those cards from drop, playing a one drop, a lot of this Android-ish player, you know, like Machine Mutant also does exactly the same thing. So this deck, it's kind of like that. So these are all the one drops. Android 14 and 15 can draw either cards or they can draw into each other. Android 13 can search for most of your pieces, including even your super combo. They have a new type of super combo which is like really good. This is like the Android 20. When you are a Z leader or when you have 2 or more Z energy, you are able just to use that, or your life is 4 less, you are able to use a super combo. I would see that some people are using the super combo, and for me, if I'm playing this deck, I'm definitely using the super combo just for consistency and for thematic reason, right? But of course, Android 13 does have another thing that it does, is that it is able to absorb 14 and 15 to bring out your Super 13. The Super 13 Total Annihilator. This is a very interesting card. The reason is this, that it has a very powerful removal, because whenever he attacks, he's gonna use a card that's underneath it, which is 13, like 14 and 15. Use 14 and 15 because if 13 is underneath it, it is against dual attack and it is unaffected by any skills of red Saiyan card with 20k or less. So it kind of plays a little bit to the theme. But if you use a 13 or 15 to swing, it is dual attack, so you can swing 30k double strike, 30k double strike. Every time you swing, you choose one of your opponent's battle card or Unisys card, it gets minus 25k for the turn. So it is really good. It can be played from your 1-drop 13, or it can be activate main. If you have it in your hand, you can activate this from your hands for 2 energy. I did mention about this removal, right? So if you're playing against your opponent with like Android with a lot of this 20k battle cards, this weenie battle cards, they are gonna be gone. This deck, it's very good at it. The reason it's this cards, right? So you have your 1-drop 15, you have your 1-drop 14, but you also have your 3-drop, but they are gonna come at 1 cost anyway. So what you do here is you tap 1, your opponent chooses 2 of their battle cards, and each of them gets a minus 20. If they don't do that, if they don't choose 2, it has to be 2. You draw a card and you play this card. This guy's out. 13, it's gonna swing. Android 15, it's gonna swing at 20. Android 14, it's a blocker at the end of the turn. So both of them are good for what they do, and I love it that you give your opponent stuff to do. And either way, you win. Your opponent chooses. I did mention also that this deck itself has a lot of consistency, and the reason it's one of these extra cards, right? Your 14 finds your 15, or 15 finds your 14. However, if you do not have them, you can actually just do like Forgotten Capsule, put it into your drop area, and you are able to go to your deck and find a 14 and 15 that costs 1 and add it into your hand. It's just make sure that in a deck that you kind of need like this 13 and 14 stuff in your hands for you to do this combination thing, it's good to have cards that helps you to have that consistency. And also the other thing is this removal part, SS Deadly Bomber. This card, for 2 costs, what are you gonna get? Now, if your opponent has something that's barrier that's 20k, you tap 2, your opponent, you choose that card and ignoring barrier and -20. That's good enough, but the best part is you are able to play your 14 or 15, like one of them that is the energy cost of 3, and you can play it from your hand. So you don't get to draw 1, unfortunately, because that's part of the activate main. However, you are able to play another 15k on the board. Why not? I think it's good. I like this card. I did mention that this deck is also surprisingly defensive. Let us take a look at some of the defensive option. We know that 15, it's a blocker, the 3 cost. Let's take a look at Android 17, finally free. I love this card a lot. 15k critical that comes in at 3 energy. No, it's actually free if your leader, it's a Z leader and your life is 3 or less. And the best part is it comes in as a counter attack. Negate the attack and play this card in rest mode. It is in rest mode. It does not have blocker. That's totally fine because it has critical. It is in rest mode. It is actually the blocker because your opponent is going to dedicate resources just to take care of this guy, right? They don't want him to be available in the next turn. So blocker needs to be in active mode. However, a card in rest mode that has critical, it's actually also a blocker. It's at least gonna take 1 attack for you. So this card, really, I like it a lot. Android Assault, this card is surprisingly good because at the cost of 1, you get to negate the attack, and then you add 1 red Android card with energy cost of 1 from drop to your hand. So it is in -0, so perfect. I love this card a lot. So let's talk about also Android 14 and 15. This is 15k barrier blocker. You said, hey, where is the barrier? The barrier comes when this card attacks. When you can choose 1 Android cards from drop, use it for combo, charge it to Z energy, and until the end of the next turn, this card gains blocker. It is a dual attacker. That means it comes back. You can decide, should I go for another swing or leave it up just to tank an attack. And this is so a 15k barrier blocker that comes in at 1 energy, because if you already have the Android, the boss monster inside, this is just 1 energy. So this card, it's also really good. So basically that is the deck itself. I really need to play test this deck to see what is it trying to do. It seems that, hey, being a red deck, it does not have the aggression of a red deck. It is surprisingly defensive, but the best part is it has a lot of consistency. The super combo, the negate, the extra negate that you're gonna have, all these things are thematic and they are very, very good. Like I said, the extra card was really good, right? The 2 extra card, the 3 extra card, SS Bomber, the Capsule, and also the negate, they're all really good for this deck. I like it, and even the super combo is thematic. I like it a lot. So this is one of the decks that I am going to be taking a look, keeping a lookout for when the new set drop. Hey guys, so what do you think about this deck itself? And most importantly, do you think that red right now it's a little bit too good? Let me know your opinion down in the comment section. You know, I always almost reply to every single comment. So here we go. Write it down. Let me read your comment. Alright, so hey guys, if you like what you see over here, I appreciate it. You can give this video a like, subscribe if you want to support me and the channel. At least give a like for the trucker head, right? Alright, you know, this is effort. Alright, hey guys, follow me on Instagram. I'm pretty active over there. Stay safe, stay healthy, enjoy playing the Dragon Ball Supercard game. I hope you guys are okay. See you guys in the next video. Alright, ciao, bye.